communicating via email. If I forget and you remember, you can always prompt me and say, "Oh, where's this email?" Because I'm terrible for, especially after a net. You just go away and take the dog out and then come back and sort of go to your bed, and the next day you forgot again. That's it. So, okay, Graham, thanks very much. Always nice to hear from you. Okay, folks, that brings us back to the bottom of the list again. Looking for any check-ins. This is the coast-to-coast net for anyone who's just switched on and doesn't know what this is. It's a general purpose, just chit-chat net, and we're on every Saturday night from 2100 hours British summer time at the moment until 2300 hours usually. Just depends how it goes tonight. It might be a wee bit early tonight. It's been quite quiet, but we'll see. So without further ado, all you have to do, folks, is give your call sign twice, slowly and phonetically. So we are looking for check-ins, so please just do that now. Give your call sign twice, slowly and phonetically, and we'll get you in the log. Cheers it. Mike 0 Delta X-ray Echo. Mike 0 Delta X-ray Echo. KMM 0 DXE. Anyone else? This is Golf Mike 5 Digital Voice Scotland GM5 DVS. Golf Mike 5 Digital Voice Scotland. My name's Kev, I'm your net control. This is the DV Scotland Phoenix Network. This is the Coast to Coast net. Give your call sign twice, slowly and phonetically, please. Cheers. 2 Echo 0 Echo Quebec. 2 Echo 0 Echo Quebec November. Okay, I'll just check them. So I've got 2 Echo 0 ELQ. Is that correct? Over. Incorrect, Kevin. 2 Echo 0 Echo Quebec or Queen November. Echo 0 Echo Queen November. Okay, EQN. Okay, we'll come to you. Thank you. Okay, anyone else? GM5 DV, I can for any check-ins on the Coast to Coast net. Give your call sign twice, slowly and phonetically, please. Cheers. Okay, MM0 DXE, over to you. This is Golf Mike 5 Digital Voice Scotland. Go ahead. Yep, very good evening, Kevin. GM5 DVS, MM0 DXE. I just thought I'd give you a quick shout. Just literally come in the shack and grab the handy, and you were still there, so I thought, I'll just jump in. I've had double visitors tonight, so it's quite busy in here, Kevin. So everybody's quiet now, so we're just winding down for the night. So I thought I'd pop in and say hello. So not what to tell you, because I spoke to you earlier, so you know where I've been today, you know what I've been up to. So that's about it. So hope everything's good with you. GM5 DVS MM0 DXE. GM5 DVS returning wire snippers and barrel plugs. Yeah, okay, everybody will wonder what I'm on about. So that's what I'm looking for. Wire strippers rather, and barrel plugs. Yeah, I've not had a report either, Andy. It's been pretty quiet since we last spoke. Yeah, I managed to get on here. It's been a bit quiet actually, but it's plugging along. Like it's just kind of one at a time though. It's not 2, 3, 4 at a time like it usually is. So I don't know. Do you know if there's a big football match or anything on? To be honest, I tell you, to be honest, I've kind of lost a couple of days. Kind of been really busy here, you know, out and about and stuff, Kev. So I've not really been paying much attention to anything. To be honest with you. So that's that. I just knew that you were on, so I would pop in and say hiya to you. I spoke to Keith earlier on there. I spoke to him very briefly when I was in Dundee. So that's been about it, Kev. Not much else. Like you say. And that thing I told you about when I phoned you that was broken, it seems to have resolved itself. Come back in the night and looked at it and I thought, oh, that's interesting. So I don't know what that's been. Anyway, don't worry about it. It's all working now, so that's that. So all good. Okay, Kev, good to hear you, pal. I'll know what. I know you've got one station waiting in the wings there, and you'll maybe get 2 or 3 more before you closed in for the evening. I'm not going to be long out of my bed, to be honest with you. I'm quite tired, and I'm up early in the morning again. My usual morning things to do, and then there'll be additional stuff as well. So I'm going to be quite busy. So get the head down and get a good night's sleep, Kev. GM5DV SMM0DXE. Okay, Andy, good to hear you. A wee bit of buzzing coming in, but you're obviously sitting quite near your nodes and moving about. It's just going like that as you walk around the shack. So just thought I'd let you know, but I get it all the time. Lots of people say, "Oh, you're buzzing, you're buzzing." Okay, I'll sit still. Right, okay. That's one of the things of All Star. It does have that interesting little anomaly. Okay, Andy, we'll best crack on, and we've got an hour waiting, as you said. So wish you a very good evening. Thanks for coming in, and don't know if Gordon will be making an appearance, but hopefully he will. If not, I'll want to know the reason why. Okay. Okay, who's next? Oh, 280AQN. This is GM5DVS. Over to you.
Good evening, Kevin. It's a long time since I've been on a night time, or I've even spoke to you on the coast. Busy. You retire, man, I could know what it was when I was working. You, Kevin.
GM5DVS, yeah, that's kind of what happens, isn't it? Aye. So I wasn't sure. I sort of thought, I kind of think I recognise the call, but so you've obviously been in before. So good evening. So you probably remember this, but just in case, we're based up here in Dundee, which is the east coast of Scotland, about 50 miles northeast of Scotland's capital city, Edinburgh. Go ahead.
No, all around that area, Dumfries and Angus and Montrose and right the way up to Aberdeen. I have a daughter-in-law who lives in, I think it's called Helen, if I remember rightly. About 6.5 hours here by car. My name is David, and I'm in a little town called South Shields. ex-tutor. We've chatted quite often. But I must be honest, it's been quite some time since I've been on. Absolute months, I think. Back to you, Kevin.
Yeah, fine business, GM5 DVS turning. Yes, it's all coming back to me now. That's right, it used to come in fairly regular, and then obviously life takes over, doesn't it? And you know, just doing other things, and before you realise it, it's been 6 months since we've heard. So it's good to hear from you. I hope everything's okay, and we're doing okay up here. Back to you for one more, GM5. Yes, go ahead.
This is an old friend who now is Silent Key, M5, Ernie, and 2E0KBE. We've lost a few down here lately since Kev. But Ernie used to always say, well, I'm above ground. So that's my starter. He's absolutely knacking us tonight. I've been driving her around. She's got a first with our partner thing, so we've been all over the place. And that's the sort of day. It's been brand new van I'm driving, hired van sort of thing, but that's cost us £74 because she couldn't afford it. But, it's just been one of them days. Tired. Oh, about 9:30 there. And then after I had a quick tea with sausage and potato beans, thoroughly joyous. Went down well after a long day. I thought to myself, I'm supposed to be well retired by now, but never mind. Nice to speak to you again anyway, Kevin. Great to hear that you're all okay up that end. 2E0 go ahead, just listening in.
Yeah, it's good to hear from you again. It has been a wee while. Yeah, I can't remember if you're the one that's like myself, got loads and loads and loads of handhelds. Maybe you could give me a very quick look on that. Are you like me and have lots of handies, or have I got you mixed up with someone else? Or
That's probably my mate, Gary, M6 AVV. I think he's got about 16 or 17 handsets. I have 4, 2 bound phones a year too, and an any toner. And I've just been given an old realistic scanner. There's about 100 channels, but once all programming in, but wonderful old thing. I love it. A friend of mine was at the club, swapped up for an antenna. I gave him an antenna, he gave me this realistic, so I suppose that's another handset. But that'll probably be Gary. He collects them on piecework, I think. That's
5 DVS returning, yep. I've got about 20, maybe 20 handies. Some good ones, and most of them are cheap Chinese things that cost pennies, really. They work, I like analog, you see, so I don't really do much of the digital stuff, if any, actually. I like good old-fashioned analog, so cheap radios are fine for me. But this one I'm on is a slightly better radio. It's been what's the word? Well, we've put OpenGD77 on it, so that makes the radio much better. It's a MD38TU, 4 of these, and love them. No, I've got 5 of them. Well, I've actually got 3 of them, and the other one is exactly the same. I've got maybe 2 RT3Ss, which is basically the same handy, except the microphone sounds very slightly different on the RT3S than it does on the MD38TUV. So the microphone must be slightly different on that one, but they do sound different, but they look exactly the same and feel exactly the same. They just sound very slightly different. Okay, thanks very much for saying hello to us this evening. We wish you all the best, and don't be a stranger. And, tell your mates about us. We're here every week. We're quite welcoming. We welcome anyone from anywhere. Some people have thought this is a Scottish net at the beginning, which it is, but it's not only for Scottish people. It just happens that I'm a Scottish person that runs it, that's all. So we do welcome people from all over the world, and we get them coming in. We haven't had Australia for a week or two, though. Usually there's a chap comes in most weeks, actually. But I haven't heard from him for a while, actually. Hope he's okay. Anyway, that brings us to the bottom of the list. Looking for any more check-ins. This is Golf Mike 5, Digital Voice Scotland. Give your call sign twice slowly and phonetically, please. Cheers in.
2 Mike 0 Bravo Golf Kilo 2 M0 VGK.
Mike 7 Tango Mike X-ray. Mike 7 Tango Mike X-ray.
Mike 6 Kilo Victor Romeo. Mike 6 Kilo Victor Romeo. Mike 6 Kilo Victor Romeo, listening.
Okay, I doubled with the last station there as I was able to hear them coming through on the other radio in the other room. With the mic, it might have been a mic 6, I'm not 100%. You want to try again, please? Sorry, I spoke all over the top of you. This is Golf Mike 5, Digital Voice Scotland.
Oh, good evening, my friend. Mike 6 Kilo Victor Romeo. The operator name is Dean, Delta Echo Alpha November. Delta Echo Alpha November. And the call is Mike 6 Kilo Victor Romeo. Location is Rotherham, between the cities of Sheffield and Doncaster. Microphone back to you, over.
Okay, if you will get your call, and then I'm going to have to go up to the top of the list. You will have to wait because it's 2 above you, but I'll get your full call. I've missed this again. So here's what I've got. M6 and M6K, and that's it. I need the last 2 letters, over.
Now, okay, the last 2 letters are the full call. Mike 6 Kilo Victor Romeo. Mexico 6 Kilo Victor Romeo. Mike 6 Kilo Victor Romeo, over.
Okay, M6 KVR, you are at the bottom of the list. Stand by. Anyone else?
Mike 7 Tango Mike X-ray. Mike 7 Tango Mike X-ray. Standing by.
You're in, Tom. Anyone else? Okay, so in reverse order, M6 KVR. We've got MM7 TMX, and at the top of the list, 2M0 BGK. So over to you, Gordon, and pressing pans. This is Golf Mike 5, Digital Voice Scotland. Go ahead.
Yeah, evening, Kev, and everyone else on the net. Sorry, I'm a wee bit late. Just been trying to get my head around this Pathfinder radio. It came yesterday. came yesterday, so I've been busy trying to get that all sorted, and I want to use the word provisioned, if that's right. Lots of things on it. So far, quite impressed with it. I was hoping to have it all up and running for coming into the net, but I've got a setting wrong somewhere. Play about with it. But yeah, well chuffed with it. A couple of wee flaws. I'll take a pick. M0BJK. Because you didn't need a code plug or anything like that, you use a database. And databases are only as good as the information that's entered into databases. A lot of it is wrong. I've got the local repeater, which is up the loft, doing as PANS EL, and the wrong frequency. And when you try and tell them that it's wrong, you get someone in America telling you it's no wrong. It is wrong because I said it's wrong. But apart from that, everything's tickety boot. Nice to hear carry on. I had been copying the mail, most of it, on and off. Nice to carries along the road. Surprised she's not using the GB7GX, but maybe maybe she is, and there are finders giving her the wrong information. Who knows? Other than that, Kev, not very much. I'm going to start calling you Mr. Octopus, because you must need all the ARMs if you've got all the handhelds. Round to you, 2M0BJK.
GM5 DVS, yeah. You're alright, I've only got 4 at a time on the go. You're fine. I don't think I'll be running out and buying one of these radios, especially if the database, I mean, it's not the radio's fault, of course it isn't. But if you get in touch with the people who make this thing, or whoever's responsible for the maintenance of this database, and you get some snotty kid at probably 20 years old or something coming back and telling you that you're wrong, and it's your repeater that they're talking about, that would put me right off. So I won't be running out and buying one, though. But I wouldn't mind having a look at one, but I certainly wouldn't. I mean, they're a hefty price tag, new over.
Yeah. I suppose the way I sort of weighed it up, I was looking for a network radio, and most of them are running about 3.5, and then you've got a dual bandy radio as well, probably DMR. So what you're looking. So putting the two prices together, that was my sort of budget. I wouldn't go and buy a brand new one, no way. I've been watching them for a while. This one's no brand new, but it's less than a month old. So, but liking it. And the only other downside is obviously you've got a yearly subscription for the database. But yeah, again, it's one of them. But I'll get my head around it. I don't have to use the database. I can put everything in manually, and that's probably the route that I'm going to do. But just use the database for like travelling. You know what it's like. You go to a place or whatever, and you're like, oh, I want to use my radio. Well, I've not got that programmed in. So that's one of the upsides, but. And I'm not even going to mention having to register with Brandmeister. But there you go. These things are set to try us. But other than that, no, everything's good. I was thinking about coming up for your mini jump night, but after I looked at the logistics and the time and heading up to Dundee and all like that, I thought, it'll no bother. As one of the admin says, it's no a busy. It's just members selling their kit. And I thought, there's nothing I'm needing. I just got rid of a load of stuff. So, back to you, Kev. I'll let you plod on with your net. Pretty dry. I don't know what's happening tonight. Maybe everybody's on HF contacting the lighthouses. Who knows? 2M0BJK.
Jump 5 TVS. Well, it is what? It's 11:15. I'm still here. So, something's going right. You know, it might be it is slow, but, you've just got to keep plodding away. And as long as you're getting something, it's better than sitting. Well, what else would I be doing, really? Well, I could have taken the dog to the park. I suppose that's something constructive. But besides that, no, I wouldn't be doing much else. So, I might as well put a couple hours in, blaring away. Okay, I better see who's next. MM7 TMX GM5 DVS, go ahead.
MM7 TMX returning. Thanks, Kev. I did try and join earlier, but I was having trouble again. It's sort of my life at the moment. Don't know what it is. It's not what I'm working earlier and I could hear everybody on it. And I tried to transmit it. Well, nobody could hear me. So I'm connected to the antenna and the roof, switched off the hotspot. That's me getting through now. I was down at, the guys that are setting up the lighthouse, or not the lighthouse weekend. I went down to meet them at the other side of Longthorn Acres and help them put up the antenna yesterday. And they seem to be having a good time anyway. I've had a couple of messages from them. So, but I had the HF set on, but they're just too close for me to hear on any of the HF channels. Although they are transmitting on 28 and eggs, and I did try that and find them. And other than that, it's been a busy day here. Just got some friends left after a barbecue and a nice evening, so sitting chilling out here with the radio. Back to you, Kev. Bye.
Okay, GM5 DVS. Returning. All good. Yeah. So, my question to you would be, is both your hotspot and your radio, are they both quite, well, you know, when you're on the net, I mean, okay, so if you're coming in, say, via Andy's repeater, is your hotspot sitting near that frequency? I'm just wondering if you're getting some serious descent somewhere.
I'm not sure what the problem is. I was sitting next to it, transmitting at 1 watt, and I could hear everybody. Just when I keyed up to transmit, I put a call out several times earlier, about half an hour ago, and nobody could hear me. And that was in response to you asking for callers, and I'm not sure what's causing it. I checked the hotspot. I went in the admin settings on it today just to have a quick look, and it seems okay from now. And for some reason, I don't know, couldn't transmit it. So I gave up, switched it off, came through, connected the handset to the X30 on the roof. And that's what I'm transmitting on now, and it's working out fine for me. Long way to continue. Back to you, Kev.
GM5 DVS. What you can do is get yourself a little cheap Chinese radio, you know, a wee, one of these micron tiny wee things. Program that up, use that in your shack. You could always get a two-way switcher, you know, meant to be for antennas, but you know, we reverse them, put the aerial, put the aerial in the single socket and put a patch lead, another long one probably, I would say, going from, say, your radio downstairs in your lounge or living room. Dundee, aren't you? So it'll be a living room. And it's so you could you could switch it over so you can actually sit and speak on the big antenna from the living room. Just a thought. That's what I used to do on the CB and stuff back in the day, and on amateur radio as well. So I don't know if that's a possibility. Anyway, I've got another one in the log. Waiting. I better go and get them, as I'll be finishing very shortly. So, thanks for calling in, Tom. You're coming in good, by the way. Good signal. Fully quiet in. All the best. Okay, M6KVR. This is Golf Mike 5. Digital Voice Scotland. Go ahead. M6KVR, GM5 DVS, are you with us?
He must have went with the village.
I don't know why people just cannot wait. You know, wouldn't have took much, but never mind. Okay, we're at the bottom of the list. We might get another one in here. If there's anyone who would like their call sign in the log, please give your call sign twice, slowly and phonetically, and I'll work you straight away. This is Golf Mike 5, Digital Voice Scotland, QRZ.
Victor Echo Delta, 2M0 VD.
Okay, we'll take that one, Colin, and then we'll probably wind up for the evening. 2M0 VD GM 5 DVS.
Hi, good evening, Kev. Don't know what to call you tonight, Mr. Rhythm. What else have you been called? Mr. Octopus. Former girlfriends would probably call me that as well, Mr. Octopus. And the rhythm, the rhythm method didn't work very well for me as a younger man. I've got a daughter in my 30s now, but let's say we got the better. So, hope you're well. You're Gordon there, so good evening, Gordon. Hope everything's well with you and Oliver, of course. It's been no bad the last couple of days. If the mobile was up the Dundee Law a couple of nights ago and bumped into our very own Gary, MM0. Gary was up there. I was just sitting out the 20-metre Ampro on the car, just having a flick about Barnes, which was good. Got a couple of nice calls. It's all good. So back on to you, TM0VD.
Yeah, okay. GM5 DVS returning. Yeah, well, we were, me and Tom were up, where were we? The Puri. It's quite quiet up there, surprisingly enough. I don't mean as in lack of people, I mean noise. And we put on a positive V. I've never heard of these things. They call these things all sorts of daft names, but basically it's two telescopic 18'6" whips and a V on a board connected to a 9-to-1 on in. And there's for the 40 metres there's a couple of traps, but besides that, that's it. And you know what, the aerial worked well. We got into Brazil on 40 metres on Wednesday night. I just happened to, you know what, the guy was calling, I wasn't even really listening to his call. I just happened to stumble on him, heard him finish and saying, cheerio, I'm away, blah, 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 and I just shouted my call sign and, of course, put the magical letters QRP at the end of it, and the guy came back. And lo and behold, he was in Brazil, so I was quite pleased. 20, he gave us a 5 and 7, which is not bad, from 20 watts. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've heard of these antennas. I've seen them. I think the famous Chinese site AliExpress, I believe, sell them. I was looking at them along with the slide winder things. So good to know it works that well. Into Brazil, fantastic contact there. QRP as well, so I'm guessing you've got your 20 watts or something or less. Very good. No, I had a couple of nice calls into the Far East, a couple in Indonesia I was quite chuffed about. I got ferry in Jakarta, Hud ferry a few times, Yankee Bravo Zero Alpha Radio, ferry, and I must have had a wee pipeline. I got another one in Indonesia. That was a special event call celebrating independence or something in Indonesia, anniversary of the independence, 8 Hotel 79 Delta. That was on the east. Ferry is Jakarta, I think that's about 7,300 miles, and that call was over in Surabaya, which is the very east of the island, 7,630 miles or something like that, so quite chuffed with that. And first time in the logs, I was really chuffed about this one, was a call into Vietnam, X-ray Victor 9 Tango, a guy called Eddie, partially sighted guy. Actually, I was reading on his QRZ page, he's only got 1% vision, so visually impaired. But first time in the Vietnam, Kev, so quite chuffed with that. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, I'll copy it up. Well, that's good. Yeah, the G90's proved, you know, it was a good buy, put it that way. I don't regret it, and I've found out a couple other things about it that I never knew that'll benefit me in particular with it. I'll tell you about it if you're ever passing by. Every week you say, oh, come in here, cup of coffee. And that's for about last January, so a year, so can't be bad. So there we go. Nothing much else, Colin. I'm going to have to wind it up very shortly. I'll have to find out about this aerial everybody's on about. What's it called? A sidewinder, did you say?
Coming slide winder. You'll know it, Kev. It's a coil. It's the same idea as a screwdriver antenna. You know, you slide it up and down. There's a coil. A lot of guys are making them now. The 3D print the bottom part, and it's a coil with one of these telescopic parts on the top. The bit you were talking about, the positive V. It's just one of them telescopic whips at 17, 18 feet on the top, and the slide winders at the bottom. And it's a metal ring over a coil, and you just slide it up and down. That reminds me, I've got the 8-120, which obviously did it all automatically through the 857D, the radio, but this is more the sort of manual version. You just slide the metal ring up and down over the coil until you get the low SWR, that type of thing. Go ahead.
Doesn't sound like the antenna for me at all. Nah. If you've got to mess about with that, I think I'll get that one a miss. Now, I like aerials. You could just press the button on your tuner and it just tunes it. Yeah, my antenna has still not been found and it's bugging me. I'm going to have to, but I don't know when, but I'm going to have to put some serious time in it to find it. It's got to be in here somewhere. Anyway, Colin, it's good to hear from you, but that's 11 p.m, so I don't really want to be sitting at the radio the whole night, so I'll make this one the final, and I'll close the net down and wish everybody a very good evening. If anyone's missed out this evening, there's always next week. We're on at 2100 hours British summer time at the moment, every Saturday night from 2100 hours to roughly about now. So, there's always next week, folks, for those of you who missed it. Any SWLs out there who have been listening, thanks very much, and hopefully you'll maybe get interested enough to license, and you could then come in and enjoy the fun. All the best, everyone. Thanks very much, and we'll see you next week. This is GM5 DVS, or if you want, MM0TMG as my own call. So we'll wish you a very good evening. 730.